Hello everybody, this is Dave Cruzen coming to you from Herrin High School and the beautiful Memorial Gymnasium. Tonight the Gallatin County Hawks will be taking on the Herrin Tigers in a non-conference matchup. Coach Lawler and the staff added this game just about a week or so ago to get some good competition in before they get back into conference play and into the GEC tournament. We're about 9 minutes away from the start of the JV game, so we're going to step away, get the information on the JV game for you right now, and we'll be back in just a minute.
The Gallatin County Athletic Boosters would like to say a huge thank you to this year's broadcast sponsors. Ultra-fast speeds? Check. Future-proof network? Check. Locally owned with local technicians and local customer service? Triple check. Shawnee Communications has built its fiber network to ensure your online lifestyle never skips a beat. Whether you're streaming, deploying smart home devices, or working remotely, Shawnee Communication checks all of your boxes. To learn more, visit www.shawnee.com. Wenzel Lumber Company, located at 7490 Island Riffle Road in Junction, Illinois, are producers of crane and access mats, hardwood cribbling, mine props, timbers, and pinboards. Call 618-269-3286 for all your lumber needs at Wenzel Lumber Company. New Hope General Baptist Church and Pastor Daniel Accord invite everyone to join them for Sunday school at 9:30, church at 10:30, and Thursday night Bible study at 6 o'clock. They are located just 4 miles north of Ridgeway on Jackson New Hope Road. New Hope General Baptist Church, sharing God's love together. Banterra Bank is proud to support Gallatin County schools. Did you know that Banterra has been helping our community thrive since 1975? It all started right here in Gallatin County with Banterra's very first branch in Ridgeway. Today, 50 years later, Banterra has grown to more than 40 locations across 6 states, and they are proud to be based in Southern Illinois. Now, opening an account is easier than ever with Banterra's new online account opening option. You can get started anytime, anywhere. Stop by your local branch or visit Banterra Bank to open your account today. Banterra Bank, member FDIC. Are you looking for a place where you can feel like part of the family? A place to grow in faith and connect with your community? We'd love for you to join us this Sunday at the Ohio Valley General Baptist Church in Shawneetown, located at 188 East Church Street. Come as you are. Everyone is welcome. Our Sunday school kicks things off at 10 a.m. Then stay with us for our Sunday morning worship service at 11 a.m., where Pastor Perry Musgraves brings an inspiring message straight from Scripture. Find your church family at Ohio Valley General Baptist Church.
The philosophy of Legence Bank is sit down with the customer, listen to their needs, and figure it out and figure a solution for them.
During COVID, Legence, they were who we looked for the PPP loan help, which allowed us to guarantee wages with our employees. Legence, they understand your entire business, whether it be checking, savings, equipment loans. They've really been a great partner in our business.
We have a great array of business products that we offer our customers. Our app is a great feature that we offer because there's so many capabilities with it. All of these different ways of taking care of your business definitely help the business work smoothly and efficiently.
Shawnee Tree Service LLC is a fully insured local business that provides 24/7 service on storm cleanup. They also provide tree trimming, tree removal, and stump grinding. Contact Gallatin County native Garrett Crane at 618-383-3019 for all your needs. The Gallatin County Athletic Boosters would also like to thank the following families and individuals: Larry and Jill Fillingham, John and Kathy Seeley, Terry and Anita Golden, the West family, Nick and Jacqueline Hunt, Mike and Charlotte Pritchett, Patty Winters, the Russell family, class of 1992. A huge thank you to all the sponsors for supporting your Hawks athletics.
And we're back here. We got about 5 minutes to go before the start of the JV contest. We're We're here at Memorial Gymnasium, Herrin High School. For those of you who have never been here before, beautiful facility. It would remind you very much of Norris City or El Dorado's gym, or for some of you that would remember it, it is like the old Ridgeway gym back in the day. Really nice facility here. And
Anything, drink anything, hot dog, man, you do, you let us know.
And they were letting us know here if we needed anything to let them know. So Gallatin County added this game about a week or so ago so they could get some playing time in. They had a nice big break in the schedule, and Herrin was nice enough to oblige. So I know Coach Lawler was looking forward to getting a game on the schedule against a quality opponent to hopefully prep them for the rest of the conference season and the GEC tournament, which is coming up in a couple of weeks. Don't know a lot of information about the JV Herrin Tiger team. Been watching them warm up here for the last couple of minutes. They're a sizable squad. Looked very athletic, but so is the Hawks JV squad. So this ought to be a nice matchup here between the two. And we're coming up on about 3 minutes to go, so I'm going to step away, get myself a last drink of water, and get myself ready for some JV action. So hang with us. We'll be back in just a second. Hey, we're coming up on about 2 minutes to go now before the start of the JV contest. For the Hawks, starting this JV contest will be Elliott Page. He's a sophomore. Caston Wood, a sophomore. Kaysen Steele, a sophomore. Aiden Combs, a sophomore. And Wyatt Goebel, also a sophomore. And for Herrin, they'll be starting Rashid Jones, Rylan Latata, Blake Alexander, Hosea Williams, and Jackson Hudson. So that is the starting lineups for the JV squad. It looks like they are going to do an introduction of the starting lineup. So we'll get this in just a moment. Not sure if we'll do an anthem before this game or if that will be before the varsity contest. Like I said, beautiful facility, nice scoreboards here. Also wanted to let you know that a lot of the River to River and Black Diamond schools have been utilizing the shot clock in the JV contest. I'm not sure if they'll be using a shot clock tonight for the JV game or not. If they do, it's only for the JV game. They will not do it for the varsity contest, but next year the shot clock is in play in all the high school games, so quite a change for a lot of teams. we are ready for the announcement of the starting lineups, so we'll get that for you in just a second.
For tonight's matchup, we have the visiting Gallatin County Hawks against your Herrin Tigers. Let's meet the visiting Hawks. Number 2, we have Caston Wood. Number 31, Elliott Page.
Caston Wood, Elliott Page.
Number 33, Gallatin Co.
Hopefully my signal is still going strong at home. We had a little glitch here, I think.
And now it's time for the starting lineup of your Herrin Tigers. At number 10, Rashad Jones. Number 13, Jackson Hudson. Number 24, Rylan Lonaweda. Number 25, Blake Alexander. And number 32, Josiah Williams.
All right, so for Gallatin County again, Elliott Page, Caston Wood, Kaysen Steele, Aiden Combs, Wyatt Goebel, and for Herrin, Rashid Jones, Ryan Latata, Blake Alexander, Josiah Williams, and Jackson Hudson. Yeah, we're getting ready to jump. In the center, Kaysen Steele will be jumping against number 32, Josiah Williams for Herrin. And we are ready to go. Let's get your scoreboard thrown up, and away we go. Gallatin County controls the tip. Caston Wood will bring the ball across center court. Gives it off to Elliott Page. Page at the top of the center circle over to Wood. Wood looking for a little help here, looking for some movement. Moves the ball back, dumps it into Goebel at the free throw line. Couple of dribbles toward the block, picks it up, gives it off to Steele at the three-point line. Steele back to the top of the key, dumps it into Wood. It is stolen by Jones. Jones loses a handle. It'll be out of bounds. Gallatin County basketball. The Hawks fortunate on that one. They coughed it up, but the Tiger player had trouble hanging on to the ball. Elliott Page for Gallatin County into the front court. On the right side, now he's going to drive the lane. His shot is blocked by number 32, Williams. Rebound is number 25. That is Alexander. He gives the ball up to Latata. I'm sorry, off to Hudson. Hudson to Alexander. Alexander over to Hudson. Hudson back to Alexander, top of the key. Alexander works to the left side. Looking for some movement from his team. Guarded there closely by Wyatt Goebel. Passes it off to number 24, Latata. Into the corner to Jones. Jones down to Latata, cut to the goal. His shot is blocked by Steele. It's going to be out of bounds. Last touch, Gallatin County. Herrin will take over under their own goal at the 6:46 mark of the first quarter. Looks like Alexander to inbound the ball for Herrin. Gets it into Hudson. His shot from three is up and good. And Hudson connects with the first basket of the game. Elliott Page for Gallatin. Dumps it down. Dumps it off to Wood. It is stolen away by Hudson. Hudson is going to drive the length. Spins. No one there. Gets away with a walk. Hands it off to Alexander. He loses his dribble. And now he's caught looking for help. Dumps it underneath. Steele knocks the pass out of bounds as Williams was cutting to the goal. And Jaden Tucker will check in for Elliott Page on the Hawks end of the floor. Jones to inbound the ball for Herrin. He flips it into Alexander up the top of the key. Alexander to the right side. Jump shot from the free throw line. No good. Rebound Williams. He goes up. No good. Alexander slaps the rebound out of Aiden Combs' hands. He tries to bounce it off Combs' leg out of bounds and does not succeed. The Hawks will take over. Caston Wood brings the ball up the 6-minute mark of the first quarter. Wood to the right side. Drives to the goal. Goes up. His shot's no good, but he's going to be fouled on the ground And looked like a foul on Hudson. That'll be his first, team first. And Caston Wood to inbound for the Hawks. Hits Cason Steele going to the go. Cason Steele connects, and the Hawks crack the scoreboard for the first time tonight. Jones with the ball, gets it out to Hudson. Nearly throws it back court. Hudson retrieves it. Back to Jones. Jones working against the fence over to Hudson for three. It's good. And Hudson connects to the second three-point basket. And the Hawks trail it by 4. Wood to the Hawk end of the floor. Dumps it into Steele. Steele goes up. His shot is good. Nice pass. Cason Steele takes care of the rest. Herrin quickly to their end of the floor. Williams to Alexander. Alexander on the left side. Looks to go baseline. No one there. Drives all the way to the goal. He is going to score. And a foul coming. I believe that foul was whistled against Wyatt Goebel. Alexander connects the basket. And his shot is on the way. It is good. And a quick 30-second timeout for Gallatin County. Sorry, I believe that foul was on Cason Steele. Cason Steele picked up that foul. That will be his first and the team first for the Hawks. Four minutes, 59 seconds left to go in the first. Pull up a chair, just getting started here. Herrin and Gallatin County. It will be Gallatin County basketball at the far end of the court. Cason Steele to inbound. Herrin dropping back to a half-court set. Pick it up, man, half court. Caston Wood across the line. Works to the left side, down to the block, lays it up. No good. Rebound fought for Combs and Jones. Loose on the ground, picked up. Jaden Tucker comes out of the scrum with the ball. And Tucker working up top against Williams from Herrin. Gets it off to Steele on the right side. Steele looks to make a move. Now he's looking for help. Gives it to Wood. Wood going to drive the lane all the way up. His shot no good. Rebound Williams from Herrin. His pass is deflected and picked up by Combs. Combs over to Tucker. Tucker now going to drive. His shot up off the board no good. Rebound Jones from Herrin, and he is running the other way. Jones over to Hudson. Fires the three. Misses one. Aiden Combs comes down with a rebound. Gives it off to Tucker. And the Hawks at the 4:03 mark will control the ball. And it is stolen away by Alexander. He drives in, and he's going to be whistled for an offensive foul as he lowered the shoulder into Jaden Tucker. And the Hawks will take over at the 3:57 mark. Tucker will step out. Elliott Page will step back in. And the Hawks would sure like to get a bucket on this trip down the floor. Caston Wood with the ball. Up across the line to Elliott Page. Page. Over to Combs. Combs. Looks to drive the middle. Loses the handle. Falls down. Is going to be whistled for a travel as he was trying to get rid of the ball. But he coughed it up on the travel. And the Hawks give it away. Carson Brannon will check in. Looked down for a minute. Didn't see who went out. Looks like Elliott Page has gone to the bench. 3:33 on the clock. Tata underneath to Hudson. Nice back door right there, and Hudson puts it in. Ball's loose on the floor. Carson Brannon comes up with it. Brannon's going to work. He dumps one down low to Combs. Combs goes up against the defense and drops it in. Aiden Combs with his first basket of the night. Quickly, Herrin back to the other end. Hudson off to Jones. Jones gonna drive, runs into defense, back out to Hudson for three. He misses it. Steele with the board. Gives it off to Brandon, and here come the Hawks back to their end. Brandon gonna work the right side. Loses the handle on the ball, picks it back up. Out to Combs. Combs over to Wood. Wood down to Goebel. 12-footer. In and out. Rebound Combs loses the handle. It's going to be off of a Herrin player, and it'll be Gallatin County basketball underneath their own goal as Jones drops the ball. Max Brockett checking in for the Hawks as Combs goes out. And for Herrin, number 30, Trez Williams will come in, and Jones will go to the bench. Hands it off to off to Caston Wood. Wood gonna drive down the middle of the lane. Little dipsy-do there from Caston, but it goes in. Quickly, pair to their end. In the corner is Alexander. He's gonna drive baseline, got a step, got a move, got in and scored. And Gallatin back to their end, 2 minutes on the clock. Wood in trouble, gives it off to Brandon. Brandon fires a long three, no good. Rebound tapped up again. Steele comes down with it. He loses the handle. It's going to be out of bounds off of Gallatin County. It'll be Herrin basketball. Aiden Combs will check in. And Wyatt Goebel will go to the bench. And Herrin will operate on their end. It's Alexander. Alexander up to Hudson. Hudson on the left side, working against Wood. He's got a lane to the goal. He goes in, runs into Cason Steele, who blocks the shot, but is going to be whistled for a foul. And Hudson went down hard, but he's going to go to the line and shoot two. Cason Steele, that'll be Cason's first foul, second team foul on the Hawks. Hudson's first free throw is good. Checking in for the Hawks is Jaden Tucker. Second shot up and good. And Jones will check in for Hudson. For Herrin. 15-8 our score. Minute 35 on the clock. Jaden Tucker with the ball. Tight defensive pressure from Herrin. Gets it off to Brockett. Brockett to Brandon. Brandon pulls it back up top. Works to the right side. Looking for a little help. Turns it over to Alexander. Steals the pass. Takes it all the way. And a careless turnover there by the Hawks as Alexander scores. Brockett gives it up to Tucker. And on the Hawks end, Tucker works to the right side, gets it off to Brandon. Brandon's going to drive. One-hander in the lane, in and out, rebound, Steele. Steele is pushed out of bounds on the block out by number 24, Latata. That'll be his first. And the team third. Gallatin will inbound under their own goal. Carson Brennan. Brandon flips it into Steele. It is knocked away by Alexander and stolen. And Herrin back to their end quickly. In the corner is Williams. His shot no good. Rebound tapped around. Steele comes down with it. Gives it off to Tucker. And the Hawks, with about 30 seconds left to go in the first quarter, needing a basket here. Tucker works back to the right side over the screen by Steele. Out to Combs, top of the key. Combs leaves it for Brandon. Brandon with 20 seconds on the clock. Hawks probably playing for one shot. Has it slapped away and stolen by Alexander. He takes it all the way in, lays it up, no good. Latata's there to get the rebound. His putback no good. Williams comes up with it. His shot is no good. Ball's batted around again. Loose on the floor. Picked up by a Herrin player as time expires. And that will be the end of the first quarter with the Hawks trailing it by 9. We'll be back in just a second. So first quarter, the Hawks trail at 17-8. I've got the wrong score up here. I'm going to go ahead and correct that. Very athletic team from Herrin. Herrin with some new players on the floor. Number 1, Jackson Wade. Number 3, Jamonte McKnight. For the Hawks, Caston Wood, Wyatt Goebel, Max Brockett, Jaden Tucker, and Reese Crane will get the nod to start the second quarter as Herrin will inbound the ball. And here we go. McKnight with the ball for Herrin, off to Jones on the far side. Jones dumps it down low. A couple of Hawks in there to knock it loose. Reese Crane tries to save it, but he was too close to the end line, had to step out with that. So Herrin will take back over. They are inbounding right in front of the Hawk bench. Up top to McKnight. McKnight. First time he's been in the game for Herrin tonight. Working against Wood. Up top, over a screen. Nice defense by Wood. He gives it off to number 1. That is Wade. Wade in the corner to Jones. Jones works his way in, kicks it out. McKnight fires one up. And we had an offensive foul. Offensive foul on Rasheed Jones underneath the goal. The three-point basket did not count. So Hawks catch a break there. 7:25 on the clock. Caston Wood up across the timeline. Over on the right-hand side. Looking for a little help. His pass underneath is errant. Picked up by Wade. Wade's going to drive length of the floor. Lays it up. No good. Rebound off of Williams' hands. He gets it out to Jones. Jones across to McKnight. McKnight trying to make a move. Still trying to make a move. Loses the handle on the ball. Gets it off to Latada top. Near the top of the key. Back to McKnight. He spins on the baseline. His pass picked off by Jaden Tucker. And the Hawks back to their end. Desperately needing a score at this point. Up to Goebel. Goebel, top of the key, free throw line. Looking to work his way in. Gets to Wood. Wood fires one up. No good. Rebound Jones or Williams from Herrin. He's going to take it the length of the floor. Lays it up and in. And Trey Williams. Trey Williams lays that one in. Wyatt Goebel going to drive the lane. He goes up. He is fouled. And they're going to call Wyatt for an offensive foul, I believe.
Foul on the play. Against the Hawks as the first team foul.
A little confused there. He called a foul on Wyatt Goebel, but he also called a hold, and Wyatt was dribbling, so very unusual there. McKnight with the ball across the line for Herrin. Off in the corner to Jones. Jones down to Latada, saves it back into Jones. Jones loses the handle, gets it back. Up top, McKnight near the center circle. McKnight in the corner to Williams. Makes a move, now tries to go through traffic, and we're going to have a foul coming. Looks like it's on Wyatt Goebel. If it is, I have that as his third, but I could be wrong. Wade to inbound the ball for Herrin. Gets it into McKnight in the corner, dumps it back to Wade. Nice look right there by the Herrin Tigers. Caston Wood. Nice spin move by Caston. He tries to double back. He's going to be fouled by McKnight. And we're going to say that it was on the ground. Caston to inbound. New players checking in for Herrin. Number 32, Hosea Williams. Number 13, Jackson Hudson. Number 25, Blake Alexander. 3 starters back into the ball game for Herrin. Ball inbounded to Combs. Combs across to Goebel. Goebel working against the defense. Down to the block. Now he's looking for help. Gives it to Combs. Combs in the corner. Back to Goebel. Goebel gives it off to Wood. And the Hawks at the 5:20 mark still looking for a basket. They have been silent for a while. Wood underneath the steal. Steele bats it back out to Wood. Wood makes a move, drives in, lays it up off the board and in. Caston Wood finally breaks the scoring drought for the Hawks. And back to the other end. It is Alexander with the ball off to McKnight. McKnight in the corner. Up top to Alexander. Alexander works back to the left side, now to the right, over to Hudson. Hudson hits Wade, cutting to the basket. His shot in and out. Rebound steal, gives it off to Wood. And 4:40 left in the first quarter. Wood into the front court is going to drive, loses the handle. They're going to call him for a double dribble on that. Elliott Page and Carson Brannon will check in as Tucker and Goebel will go to the bench. Four and a half minutes to go, first half. McKnight into the front court, gives it off to Wade. Wade in the corner to Hudson. Hudson across to Wade. Wade looks to drive, pulls back out. Up top to Alexander. Alexander handles the ball well for a tall guy, gives it off to Williams. In the corner to Hudson, fires it up. It's a three from Hudson. That will be his third three-point basket of the game. And the Hawks trail it by 14. And it is getting late early in this one. Off to Elliott Page in the corner. Page looks to drive, middle of the lane, other side, puts one up. Nice shot, Elliott Page. And the Hawks get a much-needed basket as Herrin quickly to their end of the floor. McKnight to Alexander to Wade. Wade to the far side, flips it across to Hudson, fakes his shot, kicks it out to Wade in the corner, fires one up, no good. Rebound, Elliott Page loses the handle on it. Williams comes up with it for Herrin, his shot no good. And Aiden Combs runs down the loose ball. And Coach McGuire is not pleased. He has called a timeout, 30-second timeout at the 3:20 mark. And the Hawks trailing it by 12. Hawks not having their best effort right now, but also Herrin helping with that as they are a very athletic, solid team. High school girls tonight playing at Hardin County. I believe that game is on Facebook Live. 3:20 to go, first half. Aiden Combs to inbound it for the Hawks, gets it into Elliott Page. And here come the Hawks, looking to cut into this lead a little bit. Page makes a move on the right side. He's going to go baseline. He loses the handle on the ball out of bounds, and it will be Herrin basketball. McKnight across the line, gets it off to Wade. Wade guarded by Brandon. His pass underneath. Combs breaks it up into about the second row. Wade to inbound for Herrin. He flips it into Alexander, top of the key. To Williams. Williams guarded there by Steele. His pass nearly stolen. Williams gets it back, dumps it over to Alexander, and a 30-second timeout called by the Herrin Tigers as they were a little bit out of sorts right there. Hawk defense was doing well. And it gives Coach McGuire a chance to regroup the troops down there. That is Hudson inbounds it for Herrin. Gets it into McKnight. McKnight works to the left side, now back to the right. Bounce pass underneath to Alexander, streaking to the goal, and he is fouled by Cason Steele. I believe that is going to be Steele's second foul. It's going to send Blake Alexander to the line to shoot two. Alexander at the line, unofficially with 7 points right now. Shot is up and no good. Second shot on the way. It's good. And Alexander pushes it back up to a 13-point lead. Carson Brannon with the ball. Into the corner to Page. Page fires the three. Misses everything. Still with the rebound. Gets it to Brannon. Brannon pulls it back out. The Hawks will reset. Coach McGuire calling out the play. Brannon looks to drive middle. Lays one up hard off the glass. Up and in. Carson Brannon gets it to fall for his first bucket of the night. Herrin quickly down court to Alexander in the corner. Up top to Wade. Top of the key. Drives in. Shoots one from about 8 feet. Rims off. Steele with a rebound. Gives it off to Brannon. Here come the Hawks. 1:50 to go. First half. Brannon in traffic. Dribbles out. Dribbles back in. Middle of the lane. Lays one up. Has it rejected as he goes to the goal. Out of bounds. Last touch Herrin. Checking in for the Tigers. Latata and Williams. And going to the bench, Williams and Hudson. Tucker to inbound the ball for the Hawks underneath the goal. Tuck flips it in. It's off Steele's hand. Picked up by Alexander. Alexander off to McKnight on the far side. Into the corner to Latata. Back to McKnight. Drives the lane. One-hander. No good. Rebound Wade. He goes up and scores. And that was poor execution on the rebounding in there by the Hawks. Didn't get him off the board. And a quick timeout for Herrin. 30-second timeout. 1:28 to go in the first half. Hawks trail it by 13. Really need to get a bucket this trip down. Page into Brannon. Brannon up through traffic, has it stolen away. Williams all the way down, lays it up, no good. Wade is there to put it up, no good. Latata picks it up. His shot is going to be good. And the Hawks losing the battle of the boards right now. Page to Tucker. Timeout, Gallatin County, 1:07 left to go in the first half. Herrin decided to come out with a little bit of three-quarter court pressure right there. And Coach McGuire takes a full timeout. He's going to discuss things with the guys. I'm going to step away for just a moment and get a drink. Be back in just a second. .107 left to go in the first half of the JV contest. Hawks trailing by 15 right now against a very aggressive and athletic Herrin Tiger team. Carson Brannon will be inbounding the ball for the Hawks across the way. Gets it into Page. Herrin with the half court. Now it's half court man. Page drives the lane. One-hander off the board. No good. Alexander rips down the rebound. Brannon slaps it out of his hands. It is loose. He saves it back in. Herrin comes up with the ball to McKnight. Brannon knocks it out of McKnight's hands. It's going to be last touch off of Herrin. Nope, last touch Gallatin. Hawks playing a little scrappier defense that time. 45 seconds left. McKnight across the line to Latata. Latata to Wade. Wade over to McKnight. Fires the three from deep. It's good, and he is fouled on the shot. Jamonte McKnight connects with the three, and I believe they called the foul on Aiden Combs. And if I'm correct, that is Aiden's first. Jamonte McKnight at the free throw line connects with the one free throw, and the Hawks trail it by 19 as we are 30 seconds away from the end of the first half. Brannon with the ball top of the key, and he is fouled up there by Trey Williams. Third team foul on Herrin this quarter. Ball inbounded to Tucker. 23 seconds on the clock. Tucker calls the play. Moves to the left side. Loses the handle. Now he's in trouble. Kicks it out to Brandon. 9 seconds. Brandon dribbles across. He's going to drive in. Spins. Fires one up and good. Carson Brandon. And Wade will fire the final shot of the half, but it is no good. And at the half, the Hawks trail it 33-16. We'll be back in a little bit with some unofficial scores and some more information. And we'll see you in just a few moments.
The Gallatin County Athletic Boosters would like to say a huge thank you to this year's broadcast sponsors. Ultra-fast speeds? Check. Future-proof network? Check. Locally owned with local technicians and local customer service? Triple check. Shawnee Communications has built its fiber network to ensure your online lifestyle never skips a beat. Whether you're streaming, deploying smart home devices, or working remotely, Shawnee Communication checks all of your boxes. To learn more, visit www.shawnee.com. Wenzel Lumber Company, located at 7490 Island Riffle Road in Junction, Illinois, are producers of crane and access mats, hardwood cribbling, mine props, timbers, and pinboards. Call 618-269-3286 for all your lumber needs at Wenzel Lumber Company. New Hope General Baptist Church and Pastor Daniel Accord invite everyone to join them for Sunday school at 9:30, church at 10:30, and Thursday night Bible study at 6 o'clock. They are located just 4 miles north of Ridgeway on Jackson New Hope Road. New Hope General Baptist Church, sharing God's love together. Banterra Bank is proud to support Gallatin County schools. Did you know that Banterra has been helping our community thrive since 1975? It all started right here in Gallatin County with Banterra's very first branch in Ridgeway. Today, 50 years later, Banterra has grown to more than 40 locations across 6 states, and they are proud to be based in Southern Illinois. Now, opening an account is easier than ever with Banterra's new online account opening option. You can get started anytime, anywhere. Stop by your local branch or visit Banterra Bank to open your account today. Banterra Bank, member FDIC. Are you looking for a place where you can feel like part of the family? A place to grow in faith and connect with your community? We'd love for you to join us this Sunday at the Ohio Valley General Baptist Church in Shawneetown, located at 188 East Church Street. Come as you are. Everyone is welcome. Our Sunday school kicks things off at 10 a.m. Then stay with us for our Sunday morning worship service at 11 a.m., where Pastor Perry Musgraves brings an inspiring message straight from Scripture. Find your church family at Ohio Valley General Baptist Church.
Philosophy of Allegiance Bank is sit down with the customer, listen to their needs, and figure it out and figure a solution for them.
During COVID, Allegiance, they were who we looked for the PPP loan help, which allowed us to guarantee wages with our employees. Allegiance, they understand your entire business, whether it be checking, savings, equipment loans. They've really been a great partner in our business.
We have a great array of business products that we offer our customers. Our app is a great feature that we offer because there's so many capabilities with it. All of these different ways of taking care of your business definitely help the business work smoothly and efficiently.
Shawnee Tree Service LLC is a fully insured local business that provides 24/7 service on storm cleanup. They also provide tree trimming, tree removal, and stump grinding. Contact Gallatin County native Garrett Crane at 618-383-3019 for all your needs. The Gallatin County Athletic Boosters would also like to thank the following families and individuals: Larry and Jill Fillingham, John and Kathy Seeley, Terry and Anita Golden, the West family, Nick and Jacqueline Hunt, Mike and Charlotte Pritchett, Patty Winters, the Russell family, Class of 1992. A huge thank you to all the sponsors for supporting your Hawks athletics.
And we're back here. We got about 4 minutes, just under 4 minutes to go before the start of the second half. Let's take a look at some unofficial scoring right now for the Hawks with 16 at the halftime. Carson Brannon, Caston Wood, and Cason Steele all have 4 points apiece, and 2 points apiece for Elliott Page and Aiden Combs, and that is the total of 16 for the Hawks. For Herrin, right now they are led by Jackson Hudson with 13. 8 points for Blake Alexander, 4 points for Jackson Wade, 4 points for Jamonte McKnight, and 2 points for Rylan Natua and Trey Williams, and that is the 33 for the Herrin Tigers. Not the best first half that the Hawks have played with the JV team this year. Herrin, very athletic, very quick. Their defense, their pressure defense, gave the Hawks some problems. Rebounding, the Tigers have controlled the rebounds right now in this one. And like I said, their defensive pressure has caused some problems as Herrin has come up with several steals in the first half that contributed to the halftime deficit for the Hawks. So we're about 2.5 minutes away. The Hawks yet to come out of the locker room. There is a girls' game going on tonight in an alternate gym here at Herrin. So the Hawks, instead of using the normal locker room, are using a locker room in the alternate gym. So they are having to come down through the crowd onto the playing surface, and they've yet to return yet. So We got about 2 minutes. I'm going to step away, and we'll be back in just a few minutes. We're back here just about 30 seconds before the start of the second half. The Hawks trail it by 17 at the half. Not a typical position for the Hawks JV squad to be in, as they are making a few announcements here before the start of the second half. For the Hawks on the floor to start the second half, Elliott Page, Aiden Combs, Wyatt Goebel, Kason Steele, and Carson Brannon. And it looks like the starting unit is back out on the floor for Herrin. Carson Brannon with the ball for the Hawks as we get this second half started. Carson will drive, throws one up, no good. Steele pulls down the rebound, has it stolen away by Hudson. Hudson's going to drive the length, lay it up and in. And not the start that Coach McGuire wanted for the second half. Brannon in a trap now. Bounce pass to Page, has it stolen by Jones. Jones ahead to Alexander, one dribble goes up and scores. And the Hawks come out slowly out of the locker room as Herrin will pull up the pressure three-quarter court trap. Brannon slings it across to Steele on the far end. Steele turns, middle of the floor, back to Brannon. He's going to drive the left side all the way to the block, lays it up, no good. Rebound. Wyatt Goebel comes up with a loose ball, has it stripped loose. Jones from Herrin dives on it, flips it out. Williams ahead to Hudson, lays it in easy. And the Hawks struggling out of the gate here in the second quarter. Page with the ball over to Combs on the left side. Combs back up top to Brannon. Brannon, three-point line extended. Back top of the key over to Page. Page on the right side. Fakes, pulls up for the free throw line. His shot no good. Rebound Williams from Herrin. And the Tigers will have their first offensive set of the second half as Hudson dribbles all the way into the three-point line before he is stopped by Brannon. Hudson pulls back out, gives it off to Jones. Jones, 6:15 on the clock, third quarter in the corner to Hudson, back to Jones. Jones to Alexander. Alexander has it knocked loose by Page, but comes back with it. Gets up in the air, nearly gets caught. His pass, Latuda picks it up, gives it off to Jones near the top of the key. Now to Hudson in the corner. Up top to Alexander. Alexander back to Hudson. Long three, no good. Rebound. Page comes down with a loose ball for the Hawks. He will bring it up court for Gallatin. Splits some defense all the way to the low block, lays it up and has his shot rejected by Williams down on the low block, and the Hawks will inbound underneath their own goal. Jaden Tucker checks in. Carson Brannon to the bench. Page to inbound for the Hawks. looking for some help, flips it long to Tucker. Tucker near the top of the key. Hawks trail it by 23. Need a basket. Tucker hands it off to Page. Page works over a screen, gives it off to Combs. Combs out to Tucker. Tucker works it back around over the screen. No one there to Page in the corner. Page drives baseline, up and under to Goebel. No good. Rebound, Williams from Herrin. Gives it off to Jones, and here come the Tigers back to their end. Jones to Alexander, long three, and it is good.
3-point basket, Blake Alexander.
And the Hawks in a bad spot now. Page with the ball, works it back to the right side, over a screen from Steele. His shot is blocked, but a foul coming.
And foul in play, that'll go against the Tigers.
Foul was whistled against Alexander. It'll be his second, and it will send Elliott Page to the line to shoot a pair. Elliott's first shot up and good. Hawks down by 25. Page's second shot. On its way, it's also good. Something positive to build on there. Good free throw shooting by the Hawk JV. Jones in the corner. Reese Crane and Max Brockett have come in as Steele and Goebel have had a seat for the Hawks. I'm sorry, Goebel's still there. Steele and I'm missing someone. Pass. Had a Tiger player fall down over here. Jones in the corner to Hudson. Hudson back up top to Jones. Jones to Hudson. Fires a long three. It's good. That young man has hit just about all of them he has put up. Unofficially, I have him at 22 points right now. 4 minutes left to go, third quarter. Tucker on the left side nearly has it stolen, drives in, fires up a high shot. Reese Crane battles for the rebound with Williams, but Williams comes down from Herrin with the ball and gives it off to Trey Williams. To Hudson in the corner. His shot no good. Rebound Williams, and Josiah Williams.
2-point basket from Josiah Williams.
Page with the ball, drives the link, kicks it out. Max Brockett from about 15 feet, no good. Rebound Williams, gives it off to Jones. Jones is going to bring it back up court for the Tigers. Pulls it back out, Hawks down by 29. Off to Williams, long three, no good. Rims off. Wyatt Goebel with the rebound, gives it off to Page. And the Hawks need some buckets here. 3:10 left on the clock, third quarter. Page to Goebel. Bounce pass underneath the Brockett. Working against the defender. Nice job by Max right there to put it in with a little baby hook.
2-point basket.
And quickly, Herrin back to their end of the floor. Hudson in the corner to Williams. Williams up top, gives it off to Jones. Jones loses a handle, now gets it back. Works it back to the top of the key. Hudson's over here on this side all by himself, fires a deep three, knocks the bottom out of it.
That's another 3-point basket from Jackson Hudson.
Hudson is absolutely tearing the net off the goal. Page drives in. He is going to be fouled by number 24, I believe.
On the play, it's the Tigers.
And that foul on 24, Latata, that'll be his second. It will send Elliott Page to the line. 2:21 on the clock. Hawks trailing by 30. First shot from Page up and in. Gage Pritchett and Connor Patton check in as Max Brockett and Jaden Tucker will go to the bench for the Hawks. Ethan Morgan also at the table ready to check in. Page misses the second shot. Williams with the rebound for Herrin. He brings it back to the Herrin side of the floor. He's going to drive all the way to the low block. It's going to be knocked out of bounds off of Elliott Page. Morgan will check in for Page, and Herrin will have some substitutions. Some guys first time on the floor for them. Number 45, Ivory Davis. Number 15, Kari McKnight. Number 5, Cam Massengill. Check in for the Tigers. Pass in to McKnight. Kari McKnight, new player on the floor for Herrin. First time he's been out there tonight. And a whistle, and they're going to call McKnight for carrying the basketball. And the Hawks will take over at the 2:06 mark. Hawks trail it by 29. Pritchett with the ball. Brings it up. Couple of freshmen, Pritchett and Morgan in the backcourt. Off to Patton. Patton underneath the Crane. Crane bounces off a defender back to Patton. Gives it off to Morgan. Morgan to Goebel to Pritchett in the corner. Gage, couple of dribbles, fires one up from deep, no good. Rebound, Reese Crane nearly has it. Long rebound come down to number 35, another new player on the floor for Herrin. That is DeBose. Number 5 is Massengill. Off to McKnight. McKnight to Davis. Davis loses the handle, but it goes off of Connor Patton's foot. And 1:27 left to go, third quarter. Inbounding the ball is Massengill for Herrin. Up top, number 30, that is Williams, still on the floor. Trey Williams hands it off to number 35. Number 35 is DeBose. He drives. He is fouled.
That'll go against the Hawks as the first team foul.
And I believe that foul was whistled against Wyatt Goebel. Shot up and in for Lincoln DeBose. I've missed a couple of points here, folks. I'm sorry. 51-21 is our score right now. DeBose's second shot, no good. Rebound fought for, last touch. They're going to say last touch off of Gallatin, but it was a Herrin player that knocked it out. And Massengill to inbound for Herrin. Into McKnight, long three, no good. Rebound, Gage Pritchett. And the Hawks, with 1:10 to go, take it to their end, trailing by 30. Looking to avoid the running clock in the fourth quarter. Pritchett over a screen to the block, goes up, his shot, no good. They're going to whistle Ivory Davis for a foul down there. That's going to send Gage Pritchett to the line to shoot 2. Gage connects on his first one. Gage's second shot up and good, and the Hawks cut it to 28. Massengill for Herrin. Off to Williams. Williams looks to drive, does drive all the way to the block. His shot no good. Davis swats the rebound out. Number 35, DeBose fires one up and scores. Carson Brennan back in the ball game, running the point spot for the Hawks. Looks to drive right side. Now he's going to double drive, goes up again. Walks on his way to the goal, and they're going to call him for the extra step. 27 seconds left to go. Could be a quick fourth quarter for the Hawks. Massengill across the timeline. Massengill drives into the corner to Bose. He goes baseline, nothing there. His pass stolen by Pritchett. Pritchett beats his defenders, going to drive all the way down to the block, pulls it back out to Morgan. 4 seconds, 3, 2. Morgan fires up the last second shot, no good, and the Hawks will trail it by 30 as we go to the fourth. And we'll be back in just a moment. We're back for the fourth quarter. This is Dave Cruzen with you here in Herrin. And the JV Hawks in a unique position for themselves. They find themselves down 30 as we start the fourth, so we should have continuous clock throughout the fourth quarter. For the Hawks on the floor, Connor Patton, Ethan Morgan, Reese Crane, Jasper Cobb, and Gage Pritchett. Herrin with the basketball. Williams gets it out to Davis. Davis gives it off to Massengill, out to DuBois. DuBois drives, is going to be whistled for a walk as he goes to the goal. And the Hawks will take over. Gage Pritchett to the other end. He works to the left side. Back to the middle of the lane, kicks it out. Morgan working against the defender, nearly loses the handle. Now does, gives it to Patton. Patton out to Morgan. Fires the three. Ethan Morgan's shot no good. Rebound Massengill from Herrin. Up top of the key, picks up his dribble, gets it off to McKnight. McKnight drives, looking for help. Back up top, Davis for three, no good. Misses everything. Patton with the rebound, and he is going to take it the other way. Slows it down, looking to give it off to someone. He gives it off to Cobb. Cobb up top to Morgan. Morgan over to Cobb. Back to Morgan, top of the key. Guarded loosely there, but he does give up about a foot to the defender. Gives it over to Pritchett. Pritchett on the left side. Back to Cobb. Over to Patton, in the corner to Morgan. Morgan over the screen by Patton. Dumps it down low to Patton. He goes up. His shot no good. Rebound Massengill from Herrin. 6:27 remain on the clock. The band is filing in here at Herrin right now. Up top, the Hawks. Ethan Morgan takes it away from the Herrin Tiger player and then tries to hit Pritchett on the far side as he was filling the lane, but his pass led him a little too far. It was out of bounds. Reese Crane checks out, and Gavin Brazier will check in for the first time tonight. 5:55 to go. Clock is running. Pass is nearly stolen by Morgan. It was a good read by Morgan. It's Massengill with the ball for Herrin. He doubles back, goes baseline all the way, kicks it across. McKnight up top to Williams. Williams over the screen, middle of the lane, pulls back, dumps it off to Massengill, top of the key. Massengill gives it off to McKnight, fires up the shot from Massengill, no good. I'm sorry, for McKnight, no good. Ethan Morgan with the rebound. Ethan brings it up court for the Hawks. 5:20 left to play. Bounce pass underneath the Pritchett, tries to hit him on the baseline, and they're going to say last touch by Herrin. As Pritchett was cutting the baseline there, Ethan tried to thread the needle to him. Pass into Patton, turn around one-hander, no good. Rebound, Gavin Brazier, couple of fakes. Gavin goes up and scores. Nice move there by Gavin Brazier. And Gavin cracks the scoring column. Williams with the ball for Herrin, drives in. Nice job by Jasper Cobb right there. He took the charge. And the Hawks will take over with 4:35 to go, trailing it by 28. It's kind of a moral victory, but you'd like to get this thing back down under 20 if you could. Morgan hits Pritchett, streaking the basket. His shot is blocked by Williams, and then the pass to Davis, streaking to the goal. And Ivory Davis connects with his first basket. Ethan Morgan, nice move to the hole. And Ethan will score. And the Hawks back to a 28-point deficit. McKnight comes down, has it knocked loose by Pritchett and stolen by Patton. He gives it off to Morgan, and here come the Hawks with 3:50. Morgan in the corner to Cobb. Looks to drive, bounce pass out to Morgan. Morgan loses the handle off his foot, but Cobb picks it up. Pritchett now in the corner, working against defender to the hole. Gage Pritchett's shot no good. Ivory Davis with the rebound gives it off to Massengill. Massengill tries to lead DeBose to the hole, but led him just a little too far. And the Hawks will take over. 3:20 left to play in the ball game. Morgan with the ball for the Hawks. Across the line. Works to the right. Doubles back on the baseline. Up and under. They're going to say he stepped on the inline, though, as he went through. Not a bad idea by Morgan, but he just... the inline got in the way. McKnight with the ball. Gives it off to Massengill, and we've got an official timeout as the Hawks just getting in some players off the bench. Lucas Reed, Kendall Bloodworth, Noah Rushing, and Jeremy Owen will come in for the Hawks. They'll leave Gavin Brazier on the floor. Coach McGuire getting the rest of his unit in there. Massengill down in the corner, back up top to McKnight. McKnight looks to drive, middle of the lane, one-hander up and in. And Jakari McKnight. That name was written differently in their book. Pritchett with the ball for Gallatin, 2:20 on the clock. Looks to drive, middle of the lane, pulls back, fires the three, top of the key. Gage Pritchett.
3-point basket from number 4, Gage Pritchett.
Nice shot there by Gage. On the Herrin into the ball. Looks like Massengill will pull up, fire the jumper, no good. Ivory Davis nearly has the rebound, but the Hawks, Kendall Bloodworth comes up with it. Gets it off Pritchett, back across the line. 1:45 left to go. Pritchett fires another one, has the shot batted back by Ivory Davis. He's got about a foot height advantage over Gage. Gage drives in. They're going to call him for a walk as he was trying to make something happen on the low block. Good effort there by Gage Pritchett, but .120 to go. Jakari McKnight up to Trey Williams. Williams up top. Ivory Davis fires the three, no good. DeBose comes up with it out to Williams. Trey Williams for three, and it's good. Trey Williams connects.
3-point basket from number 30, Trey Williams.
Gallatin back down by 30 with just under a minute to go. Pritchett over the screen, doubles back, now goes again, kicks it out to Owen. Owen spins over to Pritchett. Pritchett, top of the key, works his way in, falls down, bounces pass out to Owen. Owen up top to Reed. Reed down to Bloodworth, has it stolen by Williams. He drives. He was thinking about something special there, and then he kicked it out of bounds. And 24 seconds on the clock. This should do it, as time should expire on the other end of the floor. Pritchett brings it down, 15 seconds left on the clock. Gage into Noah Rushing. Noah, a couple of power dribbles, and then kicks it out to Reed. Back to Pritchett, fires the three, no good, it was short. Herrin comes up with the loose ball. They fire a last-second shot that hits a spectator, and that will do it at the end of the JV contest. The Hawks in a very unfamiliar situation as they drop one 60-30. Let's take a look at the unofficial scoring for the Hawks. They were led in scoring by Gage Pritchett and Elliott Page, who both had 5. 4 points for Steele, Wood, and Brennan. and 2 points apiece for Ethan Morgan, Gavin Brazier, Aiden Combs, Max Brockett. And that is the scoring for the Hawks. That is their total of 30. For Herrin, they were led by Jackson Hudson with 25. That 25 included 6 3-pointers, 11 points for Blake Alexander, 5 points for Trey Williams, and a slew of people. Jackson Wade, Jamonte McKnight, both with 4. 2 points apiece for Ivory Davis, Jakari McKnight, Rylan Latata, and Josiah Williams, and I'm missing someone. 3 points for Lincoln DeBose. And that's the way the JV game goes. The Hawks drop a tough one, and we're going to go ahead and reset our score and get some things taken care of before the varsity contest gets started. Well, stay with us. We'll be back in just a minute. Now we got the Hawks hitting the floor here with about 13 and a half minutes to go. So we're going to step away for a moment, and we'll be back with some information for you about this one in just a few moments.
The Gallatin County Athletic Boosters would like to say a huge thank you to this year's broadcast sponsors. Ultra fast speeds? Check. Future-proof network? Check. Locally owned with local technicians and local customer service? Triple check. Shawnee Communications has built its fiber network to ensure your online lifestyle never skips a beat. Whether you're streaming, deploying smart home devices, or working remotely, Shawnee Communication checks all of your boxes. To learn more, visit www.shawnee.com. Wenzel Lumber Company, located at 7490 Island Riffle Road in Junction, Illinois, are producers of crane and access mats, hardwood cribbling, mine props, timbers, and pin boards. Call 618-269-3286 for all your lumber needs at Wenzel Lumber Company. New Hope General Baptist Church and Pastor Daniel Accord invite everyone to join them for Sunday school at 9:30, church at 10:30, and Thursday night Bible study at 6 o'clock. They are located just 4 miles north of Ridgeway on Jackson New Hope Road. New Hope General Baptist Church, sharing God's love together. Banterra Bank is proud to support Gallatin County schools. Did you know that Banterra has been helping our community thrive since 1975? It all started right here in Gallatin County with Banterra's very first branch in Ridgeway. Today, 50 years later, Banterra has grown to more than 40 locations across 6 states, and they are proud to be based in Southern Illinois. Now, opening an account is easier than ever with Banterra's new online account opening option. You can get started anytime, anywhere. Stop by your local branch or visit Banterra Bank to open your account today. Banterra Bank, member FDIC. Are you looking for a place where you can feel like part of the family? A place to grow in faith and connect with your community? We'd love for you to join us this Sunday at the Ohio Valley General Baptist Church in Shawneetown, located at 188 East Church Street. Come as you are. Everyone is welcome. Our Sunday school kicks things off at 10 a.m. Then stay with us for our Sunday morning worship service at 11 a.m., where Pastor Perry Musgraves brings an inspiring message straight from Scripture. Find your church family at Ohio Valley General Baptist Church.
The philosophy of Allegiance Bank is sit down with the customer, listen to their needs, and figure it out and figure a solution for them.
During COVID, Allegiance, they were who we looked for the PPP loan help, which allowed us to guarantee wages with our employees. Allegiance, they understand your entire business, whether it be checking, savings, equipment loans. They've really been a great partner in our business.
We have a great array of business products that we offer our customers. Our app is a great feature that we offer because there's so many capabilities with it. All of these different ways of taking care of your business definitely help the business work smoothly and efficiently.
Shawnee Tree Service LLC is a fully insured local business that provides 24/7 service on storm cleanup. They also provide tree trimming, tree removal, and stump grinding. Contact Gallatin County native Garrett Crane at 618-383-3019 for all your needs. The Gallatin County Athletic Boosters would also like to thank the following families and individuals: Larry and Jill Fillingham, John and Kathy Seeley, Terry and Anita Golden, the West family, Nick and Jacqueline Hunt, Mike and Charlotte Pritchett, Patty Winters, the Russell family, class of 1992. A huge thank you to all the sponsors for supporting your Hawks Athletics.
Well, we got about 8 minutes to go before the start of this one, so let's take a look at some information before we get started. For the Hawks, they come into this game with a record of 10 wins, 7 losses. They are 6-0 in the Greater Egyptian Conference, and right now that puts them in first place in the GEC. They have not faced Herrin before this season. The only time they would have faced Herrin would have been in the El Dorado Holiday Tournament, but they did not do that there. It's been several years, I believe, since the Hawks have played Herrin. I may be mistaken on that, but it's been a while. So this is not a typical seasonal meeting between Herrin and Gallatin County. So the Hawks 10-7, 6-0 in the GEC. For Herrin, they come into this with a record of 10 wins and 6 losses. They are 2-1 in the River to River Conference. And like I said, the only time that we would have seen them this year would have been in the holiday tournament at El Dorado, but that did not happen. So this game put on the schedule later in the season. I think it was a week or so ago that they got this one scheduled in. Hawks had a nice big gap in their schedule, and Coach Lawler wanted to get some quality competition in before we jump back into conference play and the conference tournament. So with that being said, let's take a look at the upcoming schedule for the Hawks. The Hawks will be on the court next Saturday night as they travel to Harrisburg to take on the Bulldogs. I believe that's a 6 p.m. start. And then next week, Gallatin is at home all week long. Tuesday night, then they're jumping back into conference play in a big way. Tuesday night, they'll be taking on the NCOE Fighting Cardinals. This will be the 4th time these two teams have met this year. That will be Tuesday night at the school. And then next Friday night, they're at home again, and they'll get their first look at the Hardin County Cougars. And all that is coming up next week. The following week, which is, and I will probably have my dates incorrect, but the following week on the 26th of January, if that's a Monday, that is the beginning of the GEC tournament. As of now, we do not know where the Hawks will be seated in that tournament. We anticipate at least a top 2 or 3 seed. And depending on that seed will depend on when they play. But all games we played at Southeastern Illinois College. This year, the girls' tournament is embedded in with the boys' tournament. So 3 nights during that tournament, the action will start at 5 o'clock. I believe that is, if I am correct, I believe it is Monday, Tuesday, and Saturday night. There'll be 5 o'clock games. And the rest of the nights, Thursday and Friday, will both be 6 p.m. starts. And like I said, depending on where they're seated, we will know more about when the Hawks play in that GEC tournament in 2 weeks. So, a lot of action coming up. Harrisburg this weekend, then back to conference play next week with North City and Hardin County, and then the GEC tournament. And that's what's coming up to round out the rest of the month of January for the Hawks. For the Lady Hawks, they're on the road tonight. They're down in Hardin County. I don't have anyone, has not sent me a score on that one yet. I believe it was supposed to be on Facebook Live. The Lady Hawks did knock off Hardin County on Monday, and with that, they clinched the Greater Egyptian Conference regular season championship. So hopefully tonight was a big win for the Lady Hawks as well. They will open up play on Saturday afternoon in the Lady Eagle Winter Classic at El Dorado at 1 p.m. They'll be taking on the Lady Bulldogs from Harrisburg. And then depending on the outcome of that game, the Lady Hawks will be finishing up play in that tournament on Monday and Wednesday or Thursday of that week, again depending on the outcome of their game with Harrisburg on Saturday afternoon. And then of course on the 26th, the following week, the Lady Hawks will be in action in the GEC tournament at Southeastern Illinois College, and I do not know off the top of my head the dates they play. Again, they are playing a round robin format as there are only 3 teams in the conference this year that are participating in girls basketball. So that's enough talking out of me. We've got about 3.5 minutes to go before the start of this one, so I'm going to step away for a little bit, come back for national anthem and starting lineups, and I'll be back with you in just a couple of minutes. All right, we got about a minute to go. I think we're getting ready for possibly the national anthem. And the high school band here from Herrin just doing a bang-up job. I see several people rising, so I'm going to pop up as well, as they have busted into a chorus of Hold That Tiger. Quite a bit of orange here tonight. The Hawks have worn the orange road uniforms tonight instead of the blue. And we're getting ready for the national anthem, so I'm going to hush up here and let the good folks here at Herrin take over.
Gentlemen, ladies, if you would please rise. Gentlemen, please remove your hats. As tonight, the HHH band under the direction of Mr. J.T. Lewis will lead us in the national anthem.
Got a nice job by the Herrin Tiger Band. As we will get ready for the start of this one. Let me go ahead and throw my scoreboard up here so I make sure I've got that all correct for you all.
In tonight's non-conference matchup, we have the visiting Gallatin County Hawks.
Like I said, a lot of orange here tonight with the Hawks in their traveling road orange uniforms tonight instead of the blue. And of course, Herrin is orange, black, and white.
Now let's meet the visiting Hawks.
Jordan Montgomery getting a start tonight, the lone senior on the team. Talon Smith will also be starting. Talon's a junior. Number 10, Jackson Carney, also a junior, getting the start in the backcourt with Talon. Another junior, Brendan Brown. And the big man, Max Brockett, getting the start in the middle for the Hawks tonight. So the Hawks going with a standard starting lineup tonight of Montgomery, Smith, Carney, Brockett, and Brown. We're going to slip over here for just a moment at the request of some individuals. And be back with just a second. Hold on 1 second, folks. Sorry, folks, had a little technical issue I had to deal with, so we're getting ready here for the starting lineup for Herrin. And they've turned the lights off on me.
At number 21, Braxton Dan.
Number 21, Braxton Dan. Number 23, Isaiah Bearden. Number 33, J.J. Gwaltney. Number 0, Tanner Hall. And number 22, Justin Falkenberry, will round out the rotation for the Tigers to start this one off. So, we are about ready for the start of this thing. We just need some lights and we're ready for the camera to roll and the action to begin. So pull up a chair as we get ready for the varsity contest between the Hawks and the Tigers. So on the floor for the Hawks, Montgomery, Smith, Brockett, Carney, and Brown. And for Herrin, Dan, Hall, Falkenberry, Bearden, and Gwaltney. It will be Bearden and Brown jumping center. And Brendan is giving about a foot to his counterpart. Here we go. And tip control by Herrin as they give it up to number 21. That would be Dan up court to number 0, Hall. 22, Falkenberry over to Dan. Or Bearden, I'm sorry. 33, Gwaltney down low. That is a shot from Tanner Hall. And he connects with a jumper from the baseline from about 8 feet. Jackson Carney with the ball for the Hawks into the front court. Gives it off. Talon Smith fires a three. No good. Rebound long. It is going to be run down by Herrin, and a foul coming against Brendan Brown, trying to run down the loose ball. And that will be Brown's first and team first. Dan inbounds the ball to Hall. Over to Falkenberry. Falkenberry hits Gwaltney, top of the key, guarded by Montgomery. Back to Falkenberry. He looks to drive. Has the ball stripped by Talon Smith, and Jackson Carney comes up with it ahead to Smith. Smith's going to look to drive, kicks it to Montgomery, drives the lane all the way down, lays it up and in. Jordan Montgomery connects. First basket of the night for the Hawks. Quickly, Herrin to their end of the floor. Falkenberry looks to drive the baseline. Foul coming, Brendan Brown. That'll be his second, team second. And Brendan in some foul trouble already. And Cason Steele is going to immediately hop in as Brendan will go sit down and relax. Two quick ones. Not the way Brendan wanted to start. Here's a inbound pass to Falkenberry, stolen by Jordan Montgomery. Gives it off to Carney, and the Hawks will come back to their end of the floor. Carney off to Montgomery, nearly stolen, still nearly stolen. Montgomery gets it back down to Steele. Steele works down toward the block. His shot up and good. Cason Steele, the big sophomore, puts one in. And the Hawks take the first lead of the game, 4-2. Hall with the ball, gives it off to number 21. That would be Dan. Over across to Gwaltney. Gwaltney looking to move over a screen. Middle of the lane. Kicks it out. Falkenberry for three. In and out. Rebound Talon Smith. Gives it off to Carney. And here come the Hawks back to their end of the floor. Carney over the screen. And we'll pull things back out and reset at the 6-minute mark. Off to Smith. Smith drives the lane. Lays it up. His shot is swatted back. Cason Steele runs down the loose ball. Bats it over to Montgomery. Montgomery will drive. Goes up, is going to draw a foul against number 23. That would be Bearden, and that will be his first, and it will send Jordan Montgomery the line to shoot two. Pardon me, that foul on number 33, Gwaltney. Montgomery's first shot, no good. 5:46 on the clock. In the first quarter, just getting started here, the varsity contest. Montgomery's second shot rims off, and Falkenberry with the rebound gives it off to Hall, and Herrin will take over. Hall over a screen on the right side. Back up top. Dan to Falkenberry, down in the corner to Gwaltney. He looks for Falkenberry cutting, and his pass is swiped by Jackson Carney. Goes to the goal. Jackson lays it up, no good. He had it knocked away by Hall. Hall's going to be on the end line as he takes the ball away from a couple of Hawk players, and Gallatin will take back over. Good hustle there by Herrin to keep Carney from scoring. Montgomery flips it into Carney, over to Smith. Smith into Steele, spins, shoots. He is going to be fouled, and we got a foul coming against number 23. Picked up that foul. That is Bearden. That'll be his first. And Cason Steele will go to the line to shoot two for the Hawks. Good sign there. Cason connects on the first free throw. And Steele's second shot up and good as well, and the Hawks extend their lead to 4. Hall with the ball for the Tigers. Up court, gives it off to number 23, that is Bearden. Off to Falkenberry, in the corner to Hall. Hall up top to Dan, number 21. Dan back to Falkenberry. Back out to Dan. He's going to look to drive. Jump shot. Free throw line. No good. Doesn't hit anything. Falkenberry saves it. Talon Smith comes up with a loose ball. Gives it up to Carney. Carney is going to drive into the trees. His shot up and good. Jackson Carney. And a quick timeout for Herrin as the Hawks have jumped out to a little 6-point lead with the 4:42 mark of the first quarter. Nice job by the Hawks, hustling to get the loose balls. Nice defensive pressure, and they're finishing on the offensive end. So all you can ask for right now for the Hawks, they are doing it the right way. If you're just joining us, Hawks have jumped out to an 8-2 lead. And really the only thing that has been missing so far, and the Hawks do have one starter on the bench with 2 fouls, which is unfortunate. But they're making the most of it. Hall across the line. Down to Dan, back up to Hall, down to Dan in the corner. Dan to Falkenberry, nearly has it stolen by Steele. Falkenberry burns past Steele to the middle of the lane, kicks it out in the corner. Hall for 3. In and out, no good. Rebound. Case and Steele, and we got a foul coming against number 21. Braxton Dan picking up the foul for Herrin. That'll be his first, team third. And the Hawks, with 4:20 to go in the first quarter, retain possession. Carney with the ball. Off to Smith. Smith looks to drive back to Carney. Carney, middle of the lane. Drives, one-hander, no good. Thought he got hit, didn't get hit. Gwaltney gets it out to Dan. Dan quickly up court for the Tigers. Middle of the floor, over to Hall, in the corner to Falkenberry. Falkenberry pulls up, fires one from just inside the three-point line. His first basket of the night. And the Hawks lead it by 4 with 3:40 to go. Carney has his pocket picked by Hall. Ball's loose on the floor, picked up by Bearden. Off to Falkenberry. Falkenberry drives middle of the lane. Goes up, one-hander, no good. Gets his own board. Goes back up again. Misses. Rebound fought for. Falkenberry saves it into Hall. Hall back to Gwaltney. Gwaltney looks to drive, but he's going to be fouled as he takes off by Montgomery. That will be Jordan's first. And a third team foul on the Hawks. 3:20 to go in the first quarter. Ball inbounded to Hall, back court for Herrin. Across the line. Hall working against Carney. Gives it off to Gwaltney. Gwaltney over to Falkenberg, now in the corner to Dan. Dan drives to the middle. Feeds it underneath to Bearden, who was standing there wide open. Has a nice look by the Herrin player. Bearden scores. And Carney back up court for the Hawks. Gallatin still leads it by 2. Carney over a screen, double team there. His pass into Steele is knocked away. Falkenberg up with it, gets it off to Dan. Dan all the way to the other end. And this one is tied, and Coach Lawler says, boys, we got to talk about this. Started off good. Let's get it back. 2:43 to go, 30-second timeout for the Hawks. Very athletic team here that Herrin has. Unsure of the ages of the players from Herrin. I know they have a couple of underclassmen out there, so they have a promising future. And the Hawks will inbound the ball way down on the other end and bring it toward us. 2:40 left to play, first quarter. Carney with the ball to Montgomery. Montgomery drives. Out to Steele. Steele hits Talon Smith. Cutting back door. Nice job. Don't know if Coach Lawler drew that one up or not, but if he did, it was a great play. Good look by Steele. Nice cut by Talon. And they take the lead back. Falkenberry with the ball for Herrin. Pulls up just past the free throw line. Falkenberry ties things right back up. And with 2 minutes to go, Kearney with the ball, back up. New player on the floor for Herrin. I'll get him when he gets in the action. Montgomery with the ball on the baseline, drives and scores. That was terrible camera work. I apologize for that. McKnight in the game for Herrin. Gets it off to Falconberry, over to Beard. Beard back up top to Jamonte McKnight. He will drive into the corner to Dan, now back to McKnight, over to Falconberry. To McKnight, fires the three. No good, rebound Max Brockett, but it's tapped out of bounds as I believe that was Bearden that reached over the top of him and tapped it out. And with 1:22 to go, the Hawks take over with a 2-point lead. Kearney to Smith. Smith to Montgomery to steal to Kearney. Kearney has it slapped away and stolen by Falconberry. Talon Smith then knocks it loose, dives on it, and it's going to be out of bounds. Last touch, Herrin. And Gallatin County will retain possession with 1:04 to go. Caston Wood will check in, and Jackson Kearney will go take a rest for a moment. And Wood will run the show for the Hawks up top right now. He spins to the left side, looks for help, feeds it down low to Brockett. Brockett to the hole. Nice look right there by Caston Wood, and a nice basket by Max Brockett as he powered it to the hole. McKnight with the ball for Herrin. Works to the left side, gives it off to Falconberry. Falconberry drives the lane, goes up, one hand, no good, rebound. Max Brockett gives it off to Talon Smith. Talon almost walked with it. Now he'll bring it up. Gets it up top, Max Brockett. Over to Montgomery's going to drive baseline. Jordan goes up, misses, gets his own board, goes up again. Nice job, Jordan Montgomery. Way to battle in there, Jordan. He puts one home, and the Hawks take a 6-point lead with 15 seconds to play. McKnight works to the right side off to Dan. Dan calls for a screen, doesn't get it, gets it back out to Falconberry. 6 seconds on the clock. He's going to drive left. He's cut off. He pulls back, fires the long three. No good. Long rebound. And that's going to be the end of the first quarter as the Hawks will take a 6-point lead to the bench at the end of one. We'll be back in just a moment. We will get back on the floor now. And the Hawks, as we go to the second quarter, lead it by 6. And across the way, it looks like it is Gallatin County basketball to start the second quarter. We will sure take it. On the floor for the Hawks, Jordan Montgomery, Caston Wood, Max Brockett, Cason Steele, and Talon Smith. Caston Wood with the ball. Working the defender down, kicks it off to Smith. Smith thought about the three, didn't take it. Top of the key, looking for help. Pass over to Wood. Wood to the middle of the floor, dumps it down to Steele. Steele's going to spin to the hole. His shot is up and good. Case and Steele connects, and the Hawks lead it by 8. McKnight with the ball on the other end. Gives it off down to Bearden. Dribbles in, fires the three, no good. Long rebound, Max Brockett comes down with it. Gives it off to Smith, and the Hawks will come back on the offensive end, looking to extend to Wood. Wood underneath the Steele. Steele's going to spin to the hole, one-hander. Tries to get the rebound, it's pulled away from him. Wade comes up with it, gives it off to McKnight. McKnight to the other end of the floor. on the right side, out to Falkenberry in the corner. Stutter step, drives the lane, goes up. He is going to be fouled going to the goal. And we have a foul on number 5, Talon Smith. That'll be his first. And the first team foul on the Hawks here in the second quarter at the 6:57 mark. Falkenberry at the line will be shooting a pair for the Herrin Tigers. First shot up and good. And Falkenberry's second shot is also good. Good player. And he pulls the Tigers back within 6. Wood with the ball quickly up court. Kicks it into Steele. Steele up top to Smith. Smith over a screen, pulls up, gives it to Brockett, top of the key, over to Montgomery. He's going to drive baseline. Montgomery banged around, goes up. His shot no good. Rebound pulled down Herrin. And a foul coming on probably Jordan Montgomery, I would think. Yes, that will be Jordan's second, team's second. And the Hawks fail to convert on that trip down the floor. 6:35 on the clock left in the first half. McKnight with the ball. Over to number 11, that is Shoemaker, new player in the ball game for Herrin. Shoemaker over to Wade. Wade skips it across to Falkenberry. He's going to look to drive, bounces in, goes up on the block. His shot no good. Rebound fought for. Cason Steele comes down with it to Wood in traffic. Now Wood picks it up, gives it back to Steele and back to Wood into the corner. Jordan Montgomery back to Wood, and the Hawks reset. Wood over a screen, pulls up, fires the shot, no good. Rebound fought for. Gwaltney comes down with it for Herrin. Gives it off to McKnight. McKnight to the other end of the floor. Off a defender to Wade. Wade's going to drive. He goes in. His shot no good. Good job, Max Brockett. Talon Smith with the pass ahead to Montgomery. Montgomery up. No good. Rebound Falkenberry. Falkenberry with the ball. He will bring it up court. Back and forth. 5:30 to go. First half. Falkenberry off to McKnight. McKnight on the left side. Pulls it back to the center of the court. Now he's looking for help. Gives it off to Gwaltney into the corner to Falkenberry. Falkenberry looking at Wade cutting, didn't get him. Now McKnight. McKnight's going to drive the lane, kick it off to Wade underneath on the baseline. His shot is up, no good. We got a foul coming. That foul will be called against Max Brockett, and that will be his first. And a third on the team. 5:09 to go, first half. And at the line is Jackson Wade. His first shot, no good. Checking in for the Hawks, Jackson Carney. Jordan Montgomery will go to the bench. And for Herrin, Bearden comes in. Falkenberry will go to the bench. And number 13, Jackson Hudson, the dead eye from the JV squad game, has come in. Didn't see who exited. We'll hope Hudson got them all out of the way in the JV game. Wade's second shot is no good. Rebounded by Carney. And the Hawks will take over at the 5-minute mark of the second quarter. Carney with the ball. On the right side, back up top to Wood. Wood guarded closely by McKnight. Over a screen. And double back by Wood. Nice job. Pulls up. Misses. Carney goes up above the trees and gets the rebound. Jackson Carney sticks it back in. And the Hawks extend their lead. McKnight with the ball on the other end. He's going to drive the lane. One-hander. It's up. No good. Max Brockett, power rebound. Nice job. Off to Carney. Carney back to the Hawks into the floor. Coach Lawler calling the play. Carney works the right side. Spins around. Turns around. Jackson Carney. He's liking what he sees right now. And the Hawks take a 10-point advantage at the 4:22 mark of the first quarter. And we have a full timeout on the floor. That will give me a chance to catch my breath and get a drink. I'll be back with you in just a second. And we're back here. Gallatin County on top right now by 10. On the floor for the Hawks, Jackson Carney, Caston Wood, Max Brockett, Cason Steele, and Talon Smith. And we have got 4 minutes and 18 seconds left in the first half. Pass off to Hudson. Hudson back up top to McKnight. McKnight over on the right side to number 11. That would be Shoemaker. He feeds Bearden underneath. His shot up, no good. Rebound, Wade, and Wade sticks it back in. He did a nice job working the boards in the JV contest, and he's continuing that in the varsity contest. Talon Smith now with the ball for the Hawks. 3:50 to go. First half. Smith pulls up, fires the three, no good. Long rebound, McKnight. McKnight gets it down, and he is running. Kicks it up top to Wade. Wade goes baseline, lays it up and in. He scores. And we have a foul coming. And the foul was whistled against Max Brockett. That will be Max's second. Not what the Hawks needed, as Brendan Brown is already on the bench with 2. Wade's free throw up and good. And checking into the game is Brendan Brown with his 2 fouls, and Max Brockett will go to the bench. Max is playing a well of a game right now. Unfortunate, Max picked up that second one. Carney with the ball for the Hawks, works to the left side, loses the handle, gets it back, now doubles back on the baseline. Kicks it off to Steele. Steele's going to drive the middle. One-hander from Steele, up and good. Cason Steele. And the Hawks back up top by 7. McKnight over to Wade. Wade. He's give the Tigers a spark off the bench. Back to McKnight. McKnight spins to the middle, kicks it down low. Now it's out to Shoemaker, over to Hudson. And that young man did not use them all up in the JV game. As Hudson connects again. Carney to Smith. And here come the Hawks. Back to Carney, feeds it into Steele. Steele, middle of the lane, spins back out to Carney. Free throw line extended. His shot no good. Rebound fought for Caston Wood, battling with the big boys. And Caston goes down hard, hustling after it. I know Caston's a little banged up coming into this game anyway, but they're going to say last touch off of him, but a good hustle nonetheless. And we had a foul whistled, actually. Yep, we've had a foul whistled against Caston Wood going after that loose ball. And that will send Herrin to the line. Wade will be going to the line. He was the player who was fouled on that. They'd already checked in with Tanner Hall, but Wade will have to come back in. .239 to go. First half. Wade misses the free throw. Wade with his second shot. It's on its way. It rims off as well, and Brendan Brown yanks the board. Gives it off. Carney now into the front court for the Hawks to the middle of the lane. Carney finds a seam, drives all the way, and we're going to have a foul coming against I believe it's going to be against number 11 from number 1 is the offending party. That would be Wade. That'll be his first. Jackson Carney at the line to shoot 2. Hawks leading it by 4 right now. Jackson's first shot is up and good. Checking in for Gallatin County, number 33, Aiden Combs. Get Brendan Brown to the bench so he doesn't get in foul trouble. And a couple of players have checked in for Herrin. We'll try to get those for you whenever they get in play. I believe it was Gwaltney and not sure who the other guy was. Nice shot, Jackson Carney puts the Hawks back up by 6. And Herrin quickly, they're into the floor. Hall up top, Falconberry. Falconberry into the corner. That is Hudson, who nice move down there by Hudson. And he scores on the baseline. Gallatin quickly to their end. Talon Smith to Carney. Carney, 2:07 left to play, first half. Carney working up top, over to Smith. Smith works the right side, now out to Wood. Wood looks to drive, is going to spin, has it knocked loose, picks it back up. Tries to hit Carney, cutting baseline, he does, but there's no shot available. Now back to Aiden Combs, middle of the floor. To Carney, pulls up from the free throw line, no good. Combs with a rebound. His pass is nearly thrown away, but Smith runs it down. Talon going to drive baseline, goes up for a shot. He is going to be fouled by Hudson. And that will be his first. That'll send Talon Smith to the line to shoot 2. 1:35 to go in the first half. They're going to say Talon was on the ground. They're going to say Talon was passing the ball instead of shooting. So the Hawks will inbound it into their own goal. Bounce pass into Carney. Carney is fouled immediately by McKnight. And that'll be his first. Checking in for Herrin, number 21, Dan, and McKnight will go to the bench. Hawks to inbound under their own goal. 1:34 to go in the first half. Talon Smith flips it into Wood. It is picked off by Hudson. That guy's a problem. All the way to the goal. His shot no good. Gwaltney's there. His putback is no good. Rebound slapped out Falconberry. He's going to drive baseline. He goes up, and we're going to have a blocking foul called against Caston Wood as Falconberry drove to the hole at the 1:23 mark, and Falconberry will go to the line to shoot a pair. Falconberry's first shot rims off. Brendan Brown checking back in for the Hawks, as is Max Brockett. So Coach Lawler going to big lineup as Steele and Combs will go to the bench for this final minute 23. Falconberry, his shot is up and good. And the Hawks lead it by 3. Minute 20 to go. Jackson Carney across the line. Looking for help, gets it off to Wood. Wood working against Hall. Up top to Smith. Talon Smith over to Jackson Carney now on the right side. Jackson looks to drive baseline. Good defense by the Tigers to cut him off. Back to Wood. Wood over to Smith. Smith pulls up. Now he's going to fire the 3. Talon Smith, his shot rims off. Rebound comes right down in the hands of Falconberry. And 43 seconds left on the clock. In the corner is Dan. His shot no good. Rebound Gwaltney kicks it out. Hudson for 3, no good. Tanner Hall, smallest guy on the floor, is there for the stick back. And with 28 seconds to go, the Hawks undoubtedly will try to hold for one shot to end the first half. 20 seconds on the clock. Jackson Carney over to Wood. Wood, 15 on the clock. Carney goes up, has it rejected. Max Brockett loses the handle on it, nearly has it stolen away. Falconberry with it the other end. Falconberry into the corner. Dan fires the 3, no good. Rebound Talon Smith, and that's going to be the end of the first quarter, or first half, and the Hawks lead it by 1 as we go to the locker room. Good half by the Hawks. and we are going to step away for just a moment. We'll be back with some unofficial halftime stats and some information for you in just a little bit. Stay with us. Got a good game going here tonight.
The Gallatin County Athletic Boosters would like to say a huge thank you to this year's broadcast sponsors. Ultra-fast speeds? Check. Future-proof network? Check. Locally owned with local technicians and local customer service? Triple check. Shawnee Communications has built its fiber network to ensure your online lifestyle never skips a beat. Whether you're streaming, deploying smart home devices, or working remotely, Shawnee Communication checks all of your boxes. To learn more, visit www.shawnee.com. Wenzel Lumber Company, located at 7490 Island Riffle Road in Junction, Illinois, are producers of crane and access mats, hardwood cribbling, mine props, timbers, and pinboards. Call 618-269-3286 for all your lumber needs at Wenzel Lumber Company. New Hope General Baptist Church and Pastor Daniel Accord invite everyone to join them for Sunday school at 9:30, church at 10:30, and Thursday night Bible study at 6 o'clock. They are located just 4 miles north of Ridgeway on Jackson New Hope Road. New Hope General Baptist Church, sharing God's love together. Banterra Bank is proud to support Gallatin County schools. Did you know that Banterra has been helping our community thrive since 1975? It all started right here in Gallatin County with Banterra's very first branch in Ridgeway. Today, 50 years later, Banterra has grown to more than 40 locations across 6 states, and they are proud to be based in Southern Illinois. Now, opening an account is easier than ever with Banterra's new online account opening option. You can get started anytime, anywhere. Stop by your local branch or visit Banterra Bank to open your account today. Banterra Bank, member FDIC. Are you looking for a place where you can feel like part of the family? A place to grow in faith and connect with your community? We'd love for you to join us this Sunday at the Ohio Valley General Baptist Church in Shawneetown, located at 188 East Church Street. Come as you are. Everyone is welcome. Our Sunday school kicks things off at 10 a.m. Then stay with us for our Sunday morning worship service at 11 a.m., where Pastor Perry Musgraves brings an inspiring message straight from Scripture. Find your church family at Ohio Valley General Baptist Church.
The philosophy of Allegiance Bank is sit down with the customer, listen to their needs, and figure it out and figure a solution for them.
During COVID, Allegiance, they were who we looked for the PPP loan help, which allowed us to guarantee wages with our employees. Allegiance, they understand your entire business, whether it be checking, savings, equipment loans. They've really been a great partner in our business.
We have a great array of business products that we offer our customers. Our app is a great feature that we offer because there's so many capabilities with it. All of these different ways of taking care of your business definitely help the business work smoothly and efficiently.
Shawnee Tree Service LLC is a fully insured local business that provides 24/7 service on storm cleanup. They also provide tree trimming, tree removal, and stump grinding. Contact Gallatin County native Garrett Crane at 618-383-3019 for all your needs. The Gallatin County Athletic Boosters would also like to thank the following families and individuals: Larry and Jill Fillingham, John and Kathy Seeley, Terry and Anita Golden, the West family, Nick and Jacqueline Hunt, Mike and Charlotte Pritchett, Patty Winters, the Russell family, class of 1992. A huge thank you to all the sponsors for supporting your Hawks Athletics.
We got about just under 6 minutes to go here before we get back to the second half of action. So let's take a look at the unofficial scoring right now for the Hawks. They are being led right now by Kaysen Steele and Jackson Carney both with 8 points. 6 points from Jordan Montgomery and 2 points apiece for Max Brockett and Talon Smith. And that is the total of 26 for the Hawks. For Herrin, they are led in scoring by number 22, Jackson Falkenberry. He has 7. Wade has 5. Jackson Hudson has 5. That young man has been a problem. He hit 6 threes during the JV game and has come out and started off just exactly like he finished in the JV contest here in the varsity contest. Tanner Hall with 4, 2 points apiece for Braxton Dan and Isaiah Bearden. And that is the scoring of the 25 points for the Herrin Tigers. So at the half, the Hawks lead it by 1. A well-played first half by the Hawks. And, you know, I'm just content if we go ahead and play even the rest of the way. That wouldn't be a problem. But, you know, the Hawks are going to have to keep it up in the second half. They did a great job in the first half. Hopefully they will continue to do the same in the second. Quickly, let's take a look again at the upcoming schedule for the Hawks. They will be in action again Saturday night as they travel to Harrisburg to take on the Harrisburg Bulldogs. And then next week they dive right back into conference play as they have 2 huge conference games next week. Tuesday night they'll be hosting the NCOE Fighting Cardinals, and that one is at 6 o'clock Tuesday night there at the gym in Gallatin. And then next Friday night, that is the 23rd, I believe, they'll be hosting the Hardin County Cougars, and that'll be their first opportunity to square up with the Cougars this year. And as of right now, the Hawks are leading the GEC record-wise. They are 6-0 and are in first place in the GEC conference. But Hardin County nipping on their heels with only 1 loss, as is North City, 1 loss as well. So stiff competition in the GEC, and with that in mind, we've not had the GEC tournament seeded yet at this point. The GEC tournament is set to begin on the 26th at Southeastern Illinois College. Gallatin County is the host school for that tournament this year, and right now the seeds have not been put in, so we don't know when the Hawks will play in that tournament, but we expect to hear something on that very, very soon. So that's the Hawks' upcoming schedule. Harrisburg on Saturday, next Tuesday at home versus North City, next Friday at home versus Hardin County, and then they jump into the GEC tournament the following week. The Lady Hawks, they were in action tonight. We don't have any information as far as a score on their game. Let me take a look here real quick. Nope, I thought someone might have sent it to me, but they hadn't. Lady Hawks were at Hardin County tonight. The Lady Hawks will begin play on Saturday at the Lady Eagle Classic in El Dorado. They open up Saturday afternoon against the Harrisburg Lady Bulldogs. And depending on the outcome of that game, the Lady Hawks will play on Monday at a certain time, and then again either on Wednesday or Thursday, all that dependent on the outcomes of the games there at El Dorado. And then the week of the 26th, the Lady Hawks will be in the GEC tournament, as the girls tournament and the boys tournament are both held this year at the same time in the same location, which I think is a great idea. And that is the 26th at Southeastern Illinois College. So a lot of basketball coming up from now to the end of the month. Come out and catch a game. If you can't catch a game, catch somebody calling these games on air. I know I love doing it. I know the other folks love doing it. We love bringing it to you. Thank you to our sponsors for allowing us this opportunity to do this. And hope you're enjoying it at home as much as we enjoy bringing it to you. We've got just about a minute. I'm going to take a small break right here. I'm going to get myself something to drink, and I will be back with you in just a minute for the start of the second half. All right, we are just about ready to go. For the Hawks on the floor to start the second half, it'll be the starting unit. Smith, Carney, Brown, Brockett, and Jordan Montgomery. And it looks like the starting unit also on the floor for Herrin. That would be Gwaltney, Hall, Falconberry, Bearden, and Dan. So here we go. Tanner Hall with the ball for Herrin. Brings it up across the line, and we're on our way. Falconberry with the ball. Kicks it down low to Bearden. Bearden spins to the middle, now back out to Falconberry. Fires the shot, no good. Rebound tapped away from Talon Smith, but a foul coming on Dan, and that will be his second and the team first. And the Hawks will take over at the 7:45 mark. Herrin looks like they're going to match up with a little half-court pressure. A little half-court man-to-man, sorry. They're picking him up there. Carney with the ball. Gives it off to Montgomery. He's going to drive baseline, goes up against the big guy, but he's going to be charged with an offensive foul. Jordan put the arm down as he went in, and they nailed him for it. So that is Jordan's third, and we don't want Jordan to get any more than that. Pass ahead to Dan in the corner. He fires one up, drains the three from the corner, and Herrin will take their first lead since it was 2-0. Carney with the ball. Works to the left side over a screen. Leaves it for Smith, but it's loose. Picked up by Dan. Dan's going to drive the length. Lays it up and in. And the Hawks off to an auspicious start in the second half. Carney across the line. Now down to Montgomery in the corner. He spins to the baseline. Working against the defender. Nearly has his pocket pick. Now has his pocket pick. Gwaltney comes up with it. Gets it ahead to Dan. Dan back to Gwaltney. Gwaltney's going to put it on the ground. Over to Falconberry. Falconberry looks to drive. Goes up against the defense and then kicks it across to Dan. His shot up and good. So the halftime break did Dan some good as he is recuperated and come out firing in the second half. And quickly the Hawks' 1 point lead has turned into a 7-point deficit. And Coach Lawler says, let's sit down and talk about this. That plan didn't work. Scrap it. Let's do something different. We'll be back in just a second. (33-26), Gallatin behind for the first time since early in the game. And for the Hawks on the floor, Talon Smith, Caston Wood, Jordan Montgomery, Brendan Brown, Max Brockett. Jackson Carney has exited the game with 6:32 to go. Wood into the front court. Looks to drive, spins to the middle, goes up, has it swiped away from him. Gwaltney ahead to Dan, and he's going to step on the end line as he was trying to make a pass back to Gwaltney. And the Hawks will take over, 6:19 to go in the third quarter. Herrin with a little full court man-to-man pressure now. Ball into Smith. He will bring it up against his defender. Across the line, over to Montgomery. Montgomery works to the middle, now to Wood. Wood into the corner. Smith. Smith looks to go baseline, pulls up, kicks it back to Brockett. Brockett up top to Montgomery. Montgomery works it out to Wood. Wood hits Smith, cutting baseline. His shot blocked out of bounds. And the Hawks will inbound under their own goal with 5:53 to go, third quarter. Jordan Montgomery to inbound it for the Hawks. Cason Steele checks in. Max Brockett's going to go to the bench. Montgomery into Steele. Steele has it slapped away. Loose ball. Tanner Hall runs it down for Herrin. Puts it in. And the Hawks are in a bad spot again. Montgomery up to Wood. Hawks need a basket. Wood to the hole. His shot, no good. Steele has the rebound, has it knocked out of his hands, out of bounds. It'll be Gallatin basketball under their own goal. Hawks down by 9, needing a basket to break this drought. They haven't dented the scoreboard yet in the second half. Montgomery into Smith. Smith to Wood. Wood underneath the steal. A pass is knocked loose, and Falkenberry comes up with it. Gives it off to Hall. Hall across the line. Into the corner to Dan. Dan, top of the key to Falkenberry. Falkenberry back up top, gives it off Bearden, now to Hall. Hall across, Falkenberry's going to drive middle to the block, goes up, his shot, challenged block, no good, now a block shot again, and a foul coming. And I believe that is going to be on Brendan Brown. That'll be Brendan's third. And that will send Braxton Dan to the line to shoot 2 for the Tigers. And Dan connects on his first shot. Max Brockett, Jackson Carney both check in for the Hawks as Wood and Brown will go to the bench. Brown with his third foul. Brendan's had a tough time staying on the floor because of the foul situation tonight. Dan's second shot on its way, and it's good. And the Hawks find themselves down by double digits, 37-26. They have yet to dent the board here in the second half. Montgomery to Wood. Wood to Carney. In the corner to Brockett. Brockett back to Carney. Across to Montgomery. He's going to go baseline. Cut off there by Gwaltney, but we're going to have a blocking foul against Gwaltney. That'll be his second, team second. Montgomery to inbound the ball for the Hawks. He flips it in to Carney. Carney backs up near the line. He's looking to drive. Carney loses the handle. Spins back toward the hole, goes up, has it knocked loose as he's going up for his shot. It's picked up by Hall to Falkenberry, ahead to Dan. Dan fakes the shot, misses the shot. Bearden's there, he misses the stick back. Long rebound, Carney. Carney is fouled by Hall as he comes down with a loose ball, and that will be Hall's first foul. And Bearden will go to the bench, and Harper Shoemaker will check in for the Tigers. 4:17 to go, third quarter. Hawks needing a basket. Haven't got one yet. Carney with the ball. Carney drives around. Is going to be fouled by Hall. That will be his second. He was reaching in, trying to pick his pocket. That'll be the fourth team foul on the Tigers. And checking in for the Tigers is Hudson. And that's trouble. That young man has been a sharpshooter tonight. Montgomery to inbound the ball. Flips it in to Steele. Steele has it. Spins, kicks it out to Smith. Smith jumper just inside the three-point line. No good. Falkenberry with the rebound. And here come the Tigers. Back to their end of the floor. Falkenberry, top of the key, works his way to the middle. Kicks it in the corner to Dan. Now back up top. Hudson out to Falkenberry for three. No good. Rebound slapped loose. And the Tigers come up with it. And a quick timeout by Herrin. Not sure which Gallatin County player had it, but someone just smacked it out of their hands, and Herrin dove on the ball to come up with it. This is not the start of the second half or the third quarter that I know Coach Lawler wanted coming out of the locker room. A lot of time left, though, only down 11.
Tip off at 6. The Tiger Wrestling team will travel to Peakyville on Tuesday, January 20th.
3:38 to go, third quarter. Be Herrin Tiger basketball. They'll be inbounding the ball under their own goal. And it looks like Dan will be inbounding the ball for the Tigers. Dan gets it into Falconberry, driving the lane. His shot is blocked by Steele. Falconberry working against Steele. This time he gets Steele up in the air and gets him to commit the foul. And for Steele, I believe that's his first foul. And that will send Falconberry to the line to shoot a pair for the Tigers. First shot from Falconberry up and good. It's his first points of the second half. And he's getting ready to fire up his second shot. And it's also good. And Herrin has built a little 13-point lead. Smith trapped up top. His pass stolen by Falconberry. He's going to drive the length all the way down, lays it up with the left hand. And Herrin trying to pull away right now. Coach Lawler says we got to have a timeout here. He's going to take a full timeout. I'm going to take a full timeout. I'll be back with you in a minute. Hey, quick update while we got a minute here. Got the score from Hardin County. The Lady Hawks were victorious over Hardin County. And I just lost that. 61-22. Also have the GEC tournament for the girls, and I'll give that information to you here in just a little bit. We're getting ready to start here with the inbound Montgomery into Kearney. The Tigers with a little 1-2-2 press are going to trap across half court, and they do. They get Steele. He gives it off to Kearney near the timeline. Kearney and the Tigers pull back into a man-to-man off to Montgomery on the right side. Montgomery works to the middle, kicks it across to Brockett. Brockett in the corner to Kearney. He fires one up. Corner three! And Jackson Kearney finally breaks the drought. Herrin quickly to their end of the floor. Shot is up and no good. Rebound, Falconberry. He drives back in, spins, puts up the left-hander. It is good. And the Hawks score, but Herrin answers right back. Smith over to Kearney, to Montgomery. He splits the defense to Steele to Smith. Smith fires the three. It's no good. Rebound stuck back in by Jackson Kearney on the backside. And the Hawks cut it back to a 12-point advantage. Need a stop here. Hudson with the ball for Herrin, gets it off to Dan. Dan goes over the screen by Shoemaker. His pass is batted by Shoemaker and then fumbled and out of bounds. And the Hawks, excuse me, will take over at the 1:58 mark. Montgomery. Jordan Montgomery to inbound for the Hawks. Gets it into Kearney, off to Smith, back to Kearney. Little floating 1-2-2 press into Montgomery, over to Kearney. Kearney's going to drive all the way down. Baseline shot, no good. Rebound fought for, last touch, Falconberry, and it will be Gallatin County basketball under the goal. 1:45 to go, third quarter. Hawks really need a basket here to cut this back to a 10-point lead or under. Wade checks in for Falconberry, who was upset that they called an out-of-bounds call on him. A little too upset, but I think that's probably why Coach took him out of the game. Carney in the corner to Smith. Smith looks to drive, middle of the lane, dumps it down low, but no one's there. It was a good idea by Smith, but no one was there, and the Hawks turn it over. 1:36 to go. McKnight brings the ball up for the Tigers. Off to Hudson. Hudson nearly has it stolen, gets it back to McKnight. McKnight over to Wade. Wade back to McKnight. Over to Shoemaker. Shoemaker to McKnight. 1:15 on the clock. McKnight to Hudson. Back to McKnight. Nothing happening. McKnight drives, kicks it in the corner. It's back up top from Gwaltney to Shoemaker. Over to McKnight. McKnight to Wade. Wade, 57 seconds on the clock. Over to Shoemaker, back to McKnight up near the center circle. 50 seconds left. Good defense by the Hawks. Kicks it out. Hudson for three. His shot no good, but he is going to be fouled. And Talon Smith is going to be whistled for the foul. Hudson is going to go to the line to shoot 3 shots. And that's an unfortunate break right there for the Hawks. That was the 4th team foul also on Gallatin, so any more fouls against us, and they will be shooting free throws the rest of the quarter. First shot from Hudson is terrible. He misses. It's the only shot he's missed tonight, I think. Hudson's next shot, it's good. Checking in for the Hawks, Elliott Page, Aiden Combs, Talon Smith, Max Brockett will go to the bench. And Jackson Hudson's next shot is no good. Nope, it's good. It rimmed in. And the Hawks trail it by 14. Carney into the front court. Off to Montgomery. He's going to drive. Goes in. His shot is just ripped out of his hands. And Herrin will take over. Half a minute to go. McKnight hold it up. They're going to play for one shot. McKnight up top, guarded by Carney. 17 seconds. 14 on the clock. McKnight to Wade. Wade. Shoemaker back to McKnight. 8, 7 on the clock. 6, he's going to drive. Gets it to Shoemaker in the corner. His shot, no good. Rebound, long out to Hudson, who misses a 3. Fortunately, and that's the end of the third. We're going to go to the 4th. Hawks trailing by more than they want to. We'll be back in just a minute. Thanks to Sarah Rushing. She sent me the schedule for the Gallatin County girls in the GEC tournament. This is the week of the 26th. On the 26th at 5 o'clock, Pope County and Hardin County will play. On the 27th, which is Tuesday, Gallatin County will play Hardin County at 5 o'clock. And then on the 31st, Gallatin County will face off with Pope County at 5 o'clock, and those games will be in front of the boys' GEC contest, which will follow. And, of course, the boys' GEC has not been set yet. We will have that set hopefully real soon, so hopefully that'll be something we can get out to you real quick, probably on the social media site. Hawks take over to start the 4th quarter, trailing by 14. Got some work to do, so let's see what we can do. Montgomery, Page, Carney, Combs, and Brown on the floor for the Hawks. Combs, top of the key with the ball. Looking for a little help, gets it over to Page. Elliott Page drives, dumps it down low to Montgomery. Montgomery loses the handle, steps out of bounds, and it will be Herrin Tiger basketball with 7:34 to go. Hawks with a little full court pressure here. Tanner Hall with the ball for the Tigers. Tigers with their starting unit back out on the floor. Hall works to the right side, and he is fouled by Elliott Page. Coach Lawler telling him, hey, yeah, he fouled him, but I want to see that on the other end as well. Hall, front court to Bearden. Bearden. Up top, Falconberry. Falconberry out to Dan. 7:13 on the clock. Dan looks to drive, pulls it back out, gets it out to Gwaltney. Gwaltney spins around, gets it off to Falconberry. Falconberry looks to drive, spins to the middle, turns back, kicks it out. Tanner Hall drives over to Dan in the corner. Dan fires the three, no good. Rebound, Bearden. His pass is swatted out of bounds by Brendan Brown. Cason Steele will be checking in for the Hawks as Aiden Combs will go to the bench. Gwaltney into Hall. Hall with the ball, top of the key, works it back to the right side, into the corner to Falconberry, fires up the long two-point basket, and the Hawks find themselves in a bigger hole as they bring the ball up court. Kearney to Page. Page looks to spin, back up top, Montgomery. Underneath the steal, the ball bounces off his leg, he gets it back. Couple of dribbles, feeds Montgomery. Montgomery tries to power his way in, and they're going to call Montgomery for a walk as he's trying to power his way to the goal. And the Hawks just can't seem to catch a break in this one. McKnight checks in. Falconberry will go to the bench. Coach Lawler is getting his money's worth down there, letting him know what he thinks about it. Can't say that I disagree. McKnight across the line. Up top to Hall. Hall with the basketball. Pulls it back out, guarded by Elliott Page. Over to number 21, that would be Dan. Dan looking for help, hits McKnight in the chest. The pass bounces over to Steele. Steele gets it off to Kearney, and here come the Hawks. Kearney has his pocket picked by McKnight. McKnight going to go all the way to the hole, lays it up and in. And Jamonte McKnight scores for the first time in the varsity contest. And the Hawks trail it by 19 with 5:30 to go. Hawks needing a basket, needing to close the gap a little bit. Montgomery underneath has his pass stolen by McKnight. McKnight down to Hall. Hall flings it ahead to Gwaltney. Gwaltney cross court. Bearden. Hall for three, and it's good. And that one right there definitely is going to make it much more difficult as the Hawks are now down by 21. 22. I can't count. Pass from Kearney, stolen by Gwaltney to McKnight. He lays it in, and the Hawks, this one is getting away quick. And quickly, another basket. Number 20 picked up the foul for the Hawks. That is Steele. And that will be Steele's second. And nothing seems to be going right now for the Hawks. They have been outscored in the second half, 25-6. And that tells the story of this game completely. Very physical game. The Hawks typically, physicality doesn't bother them a whole lot, but this one has been one where physicality has cost them. Not that the Hawks have backed down in any shape or form, but the Herrin Tigers have just out-physicaled them several times during especially the second half of this one. So Hawks will send out a unit here of Kearney, Wood, Page, Brown, and Steele as we have 4 minutes and 50 seconds left to play in the game. And the Hawks are down by 24. Braxton Dan at the line shooting free throws. I guess we had Caston Wood was going to be checking in for Montgomery, and they already sent him in, but they sent him back out. He has to wait for this first free throw. Dan's free throw is on the way, and it's good. Montgomery and Brown go to the bench as Smith and Wood now check back in for the Hawks. Second shot on its way, and it's good. And Braxton Dan has had a good second half for Herrin. Page on the right side, kicks it back up top to Kearney. Kearney pulls it back up top over to Page on the right side. Page pulls it back out, 4:32 on the clock. Nice dribble by Page, crossover, loses the handle. He's tied up, and they're going to call him for a foul on number 11, Shoemaker. I thought he was calling a traveling call. Couldn't tell, his back was to me. Substitutions in for the Tigers. We'll get them as they come along. Wade Hudson and I believe it was Bearden checking back in. No, Alexander checking in. Ball into Steele in the corner to Smith. Smith, one dribble, pulls it back, looking for Steele, gets it to Steele. Steele is going to be fouled down there. Number 24, that is Latata. Smith, the inbound for the Hawks, gets it into Page. Page under the goal, up and in. Elliott Page, his first basket of the night, and the Hawks peel into the lead just a little. Wade with the ball for Herrin up top. 4:15 left in the game. Works the baseline, goes up, his shot no good. Gets his own board, has it blocked by Steele. Rebound by number 11, Shoemaker. The shot is, his rebound is battled for. They're going to say out of bounds. Last touch, Herrin. Gallatin basketball. Combs and Goebel will check in as Steele and Kearney will go to the bench. 4:02 to play. Wood into the front court. Working against the bigger player off in the corner. Shot put up from three by Talon Smith, no good. Wade with the rebound for Herrin. He's going to bring it up court. Into the corner is Alexander. Alexander works his way back up top, gets it to Shoemaker. Shoemaker over to Wade. Wade up top to Latova. To Hudson, back to never can pronounce that young man's name. I apologize for that. Page into the front court for the Hawks. 3:13 to go. Over to Wood. Wood to Smith. Smith. Bounce pass into Goebel. It's knocked loose, picked up by Herrin. Latuda to Wade to Shoemaker. Over to Alexander. He's going to go baseline. Pulls up his shot. No good. Rebound. Goebel gives it off to Page. Now to Wood. 2:41 on the clock. Wood up court. Bounce pass underneath the Combs. Combs goes up and scores. That's Aiden Combs' first basket of the night, and the Hawks cut it back to 22. I know it's Just a moral victory, but you want to get this thing under 20 if you can. Page, cut back doors. Hudson, his shot no good. Combs comes up with the rebound. He is going to be fouled as he is drugged down. By number 25, Alexander, that'll be his first. Checking in for Herrin, number 10, Jones, and number 32, Williams. Jaden Tucker is also checked in for the Hawks. Page with the ball, front court, off to Tucker. 2 minutes left to play. Like I said, the Hawks would love to get this thing back under 20. Underneath, Reese Crane, his shot no good. Rebound comes out, Shoemaker with it, gets it off to Jones. Jones up court for the Tigers. Out to Alexander. Alexander, 1:40 on the clock. Over a screen. Alexander pulls back, fires the three, and it is good. And that'll make it a little more difficult to get this thing under 20. Page up to Tucker. Tucker in the corner to Goebel. Goebel works through defense, has the ball slapped loose. Alexander with it. He drives all the way in. He scores up against Page. And Alexander has accounted for the last 5 points for the Tigers. Tucker with the ball for the Hawks. Works it out. Looking for help, gives it to Page. Page in the corner to Combs. Combs going to drive middle. Kicks it out to Goebel. Goebel back to Combs. 45 seconds. Into Crane, knocked away and stolen by Jones. And the Tigers are content to pull it out, hold it, and that will do it. Hawks are going to drop this one, 62-35. Not the night the Hawks wanted. Only 9 points in the second half. It was an offensive drought in the second half for the Hawks. But facing off a good Herrin Tiger team here, and that'll only make things a little better for conference action coming up in the next couple of weeks. So that's the way this one ends. The Hawks lose it 62-35. I'm going to step away for just a moment, total up some things, and we'll see if we have Coach Lawler come up and visit with us, or if we sign off. Be back with you in just a minute. All right, unofficial scoring on this one for the Hawks. They were led in scoring by Jackson Carney with 13. 8 points for Cason Steele, 6 points for Jordan Montgomery, and 2 points apiece for Aiden Combs, Elliott Page, Max Brockett, and Talon Smith. For Herrin, they were led in scoring by Jackson Falconberry with 16, Braxton Dan with 14, 9 points for Tanner Hall, 7 for Jackson Hudson, 5 points for Jackson Wade and Blake Alexander, 4 points for Jamonte McKnight, and 2 points for Isaiah Bearden. One of the better players for Herrin. You look for positives in this thing. One of the better players for Herrin, J.J. Gwaltney, did not score tonight in this ball game, which, like I said, when you're looking for positives, that is one of the positives that you can find in this, was the defensive effort against Gwaltney. Gallatin County with a good first half, great first quarter, good first half, had the lead at halftime by 1. The second half was all Herrin. Gallatin County only managed to score 6 points during the they're shutting the lights off on me here. Gallatin County only managed to score 6 points during the second half. Jackson Carney with 4 and Elliott Page with 2. And that was the scoring for the second half for the Hawks. So, hey, you take this one, you put it in the rearview mirror, you move on. For the Hawks, they will be on the floor next on Saturday night at Harrisburg. They'll take on the Harrisburg Bulldogs. And then next week, Tuesday night at home, taking on the NCOE Fighting Cardinals. Friday night at home against the Hardin County Cougars. And then the following week, the 26th, the Hawks will begin GEC tournament play. And hopefully we will have an update on that, probably on the social media for the brackets on that coming up real soon. Lady Hawks, let's talk about them. They got a win tonight down at Hardin County. They will be on the floor again on Saturday afternoon. Don't get it confused. The Lady Hawks Saturday afternoon against the Harrisburg Lady Bulldogs. That's 1 p.m. at El Dorado. And, of course, the Hawks are playing Saturday night at Harrisburg against the Bulldogs at 6 o'clock. The Lady Hawks open up play in the Lady Eagle tournament on Saturday, 1 o'clock, and then depending on whether they win or lose, they'll play on Monday and then again either on Wednesday or Thursday. So a lot of basketball coming up. Hope you enjoyed the game tonight. Good first half. Second half, not so enjoyable, but that's the way it goes sometimes. So I think Coach Lawler is in talking to his team. I'm sure he had plenty to say to them tonight, so we won't worry about getting a few words from him. And that's the way it is. Hawks dropped this one tonight, 62-35. This is Dave Cruzen saying I'll see you down the road.